now I would like to call Shri Soumyendra Kumar Priyadarsi Sir, Commissionerate Police, to address the gathering. एक जोरदार ताली सौमेंद्र कुमार प्रियदर्शी सर के लिए. Thank you.
Principal Secretary, IT, Sri Manoj Mishra, dear Dr. Lenin Mohanty, respected Debu Bhai, and the cynosure of this program, Prabhat. You deserve all kudos for organizing a program like this, which, as Debu Bhai told, is first of its kind in Bhubaneswar. I shall date back to 1998, when I began my career, almost I began my career in police in Odisha. When I went for the training, people knew Odisha only as Jagannath Dham and Sun Temple. Beyond that, nobody thought anything about Odisha and little about the triangle of Puri, Bhubaneswar and Konark. But as we stand today, as very well explained by Dr. Lenin Mohanty and of course the Principal Secretary IT, there is a transformation. The first thing I'd like to tell you here, we have a fantastic tagline, Odisha, India's best kept secret. Dr. Mohanty, I think high time this tagline has to go. Why is it a secret? Let's make it known to the world that we stand so well in the tourism sector. Please come down. And that is where the technology has to play a pivotal role. And I strongly believe, I was going through the panels, the subjects that are to be discussed here. When we, the participants, all of you, particularly the young men and women, when we go back learned as to how, as Sri Mishra told, there is a democratization of technology. How we use the technology to the benefit of every stakeholder. I repeat, every stakeholder in tourism sector. Be it a Dahi Vada Aludam wala of Cuttack or be it a Masla Mudi wala of Puri Sea Beach. That is where I want to appeal all of you. We are talking about data. We are talking about the humongous amount of data that we have. We are now capable of handling the data for the convenience of the tourists who are likely to throng in large numbers here into Odisha. But what about the people who have stakes in this industry? We all know tourism is the second largest employer in the world. Almost 9% of the employment in the world is through tourism. 2020 data says this travel and tourism industry accounted for 8 crore job generation. And I think 2022 the target was to reach about 15 crore. That's almost 9%, I believe. I shall cite you an example, particularly the second part of COVID. When the IT companies allowed their employees to work from home, what happened? Uttarakhand was flooded with tourists. People took houses, furnished it, stayed there for 6 months, working from home. Yes, it happened. And that's where the technology played a very, very critical role. Yes, that's about the higher echelon of the tourists, the higher echelon of the tourist infrastructure. But my only concern is, I want all of you to ponder over that. about all the stakeholders, particularly stakeholders who are at the lowest rung of this pyramid. Can our technology reach them? Yes, in travel sector we have reached. Ola, Uber, this Rapido, this motorcycles, everything has reached. But I'll just cite a very interesting example. In 2004, when the new mouth of Chilka was dredged, there was a lot of opposition from the people of Sipokuda. Why? They said ki, "Are kai kholuchandi? Konta habo?" Lot of opposition. I as SP had to handle varieties of law and order. Anyway, finally it was dredged. It came out to be very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I remember I was again posted as SP in 2009. I went to Sipokuda and I saw many of those people macho dhariki chhaniki bikiba, chaha kari bikiba, who were there at that Sipokuda, near the mouth. And I asked some of them, you are those people who are opposing tooth and nail this dredging. So this was just about 4 years or 5 years, the mindset have been changed. My appeal to all of you will be, let us also change the mindset of the people who are at the lowest rung of this tourism, pyramid, and let them get involved in using technology. So what is the next challenge? The technology has to be truly user-friendly. Of course, as Sri Mishra told, it has been user-friendly. But there is one more thing. There is an interesting subject. That was the panel 5, ensuring cyber security and fraud prevention. As Commissioner of Police, I have been hunted with these problems. We have to have a very robust setup wherein the cyber fraudsters cannot enter. But how do you have it? Is establishing a setup is good enough? No. There's a very critical aspect of it, generating awareness. I still remember I signed a memorandum of understanding with Sri Mishra. What was that understanding about? To create cyber awareness amongst students in schools and colleges. And the tagline was, responsible use of social media. So this is something we also have to work out on. I've already spoken enough, but I have a strong expectation and I strongly believe in leadership of Prabhat. At this young age, along with Retro, he could conceptualize something of this kind which will go the longest way in improving the tourism potential of this land, which now I repeat should not be called the best kept secret. It's a great land inviting tourists from all nooks and corners of the world. Thank you very much.